Welcome to the first ever Harvest Moon virtual dinner party experience. My name is Mary Lou Crowley, President and CEO of the Chatham-Kent Health Alliance Foundation.
And I'm Bob Hockney, Chair of the Foundation Board of Directors.
Bob, isn't it wonderful to be here this evening?
Mary Lou, I realize we are not all in one room, but it sure is great to be back together again. I'm excited for what we have in store for everyone this evening.
We are absolutely thrilled to have you join us virtually this evening. A special thank you to our presenting sponsor, Precise ParkLink, for helping to make this event possible.
In addition to Precise ParkLink, we want to thank TechSavvy, who is providing the technology to make this virtual event happen. All of our sponsors play a critical role in raising the much-needed funds for healthcare right here in Chatham-Kent.
Funds raised tonight will help support the purchase of state-of-the-art equipment at CKHA. So here is how the evening will unfold. You are probably been wondering what is going to happen in this special box that we all have in front of us. I am pleased to say that you are in for a treat this evening with John Catucci and Chef Laura from Spaducci Mercato. They are going to walk us through preparing this gourmet meal this evening.
We are thrilled our local farmers have donated the produce required to make this delicious meal. Also in the box, you'll find beer from the Red Barn Brewing Company, a bottle of Cabernet Merlot Reserve from Cooper's Hawk Vineyard, and 2 wine glasses, courtesy of Precise ParkLink.
A few housekeeping items to go over before we get started. If you want to interact with one of our guests, please feel free to use the chat feature on your page.
Our online auction, sponsored by CIBC, is live and will remain open until 9 p.m. this evening.
I would like to thank everyone for supporting this evening and to our sponsors for making this event happen. I would now like to introduce President and CEO of the Chatham-Kent Health Alliance, Laurie Marshall. Welcome, Laurie.
Thank you, Mary Lou and Bob. I'm grateful to be here on behalf of Chatham-Kent Health Alliance this evening. We're so thankful for the tremendous and continued support of the community of Chatham-Kent. As we all know, this last year and a half has been difficult for everyone. Please know that events like this and your support means so much to all of our frontline workers, our staff, and our physicians. This event represents a bright light in an otherwise dark and stressful time. On behalf of the entire Chatham-Kent Health Alliance family, thank you yet again for stepping up to invest in local health care. I can tell you that my husband and I are very excited about learning how to prepare this dinner and, more importantly, tasting it. Thank you to John and Chef Laura for leading us through the step-by-step preparation of tonight's menu. And again, thank you everyone and have a wonderful evening. I'm now pleased to introduce our presenting sponsor, Precise ParkLink.
Thank you, Laurie. Hello and good evening, everyone. My name is Damien Yanika, and I'm delighted to be here on behalf of Precise ParkLink this evening. Precise ParkLink is a complete solutions provider for everything parking and mobility related. We are known for delivering reliable and leading-edge technology for many healthcare facilities across Canada, and even right here in Chatham-Kent. We are so excited to be the presenting sponsor for the first ever Harvest Moon, a virtual dinner party experience. Supporting the communities where we live and work is something that has always been and continues to be very important to our team. Although we look forward to a time when we will be able to enjoy these events in person, we are so grateful for the chance to come together virtually for such a great cause. Before we continue with tonight's festivities, I would like to take an opportunity to thank Mary Lou and the foundation team for inviting us to be part of such a wonderful evening. It is always a pleasure to partner with you to support local healthcare. Thank you for welcoming myself and Precise ParkLink into your homes this evening, and I hope you all enjoy your delicious meals. Back to you, Mary Lou.
Thank you, Damien, and to the entire team at Precise ParkLink for your generous support and ongoing commitment. Before I introduce our celebrity host sponsor, I want to thank everyone for joining us virtually this evening and for your support of healthcare right here in Chatham-Kent. I am going to head to my kitchen now and get prepared to learn and follow along with everyone in making this delicious meal. Before I do, please join me in welcoming Erin Kelly Edgar from TD Bank, our celebrity host sponsor.
Good evening. As Mary Lou mentioned, my name is Erin Kelly Edgar, and I'm happy to join you tonight as a representative for TD Bank. TD is proud to once again partner with the Chatham-Kent Health Alliance Foundation to help support the amazing event as the sponsor of tonight's celebrity host, John Catucci. John is a comedian, an actor, a TV personality, and a familiar face on Food Network Canada. We are thrilled that John could be here and take time out of his very busy production schedule. As you may know, his show, Big Food Bucket List. But he was happy to join us as he did a couple years ago, and we cannot wait to see what he has for us tonight with his personality and charisma. Please join me in welcoming our celebrity host, John Catucci.
Thank you, Erin. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the exclusive Harvest Moon, a virtual dinner party presented by the good people at Precise Parklink. I'm John Catucci. You might remember me from such television shows as Big Food Bucket List or You Gotta Eat Here on Food Network Canada, or as the host for Chatham-Kent Health Alliance Foundation's 2019 Parade of Chefs. That was an amazing night. I know it only felt like yesterday, but it was a while ago. But we came together, everybody from Chatham-Kent came together and raised over $150,000 for local health care. So congratulations. But today, it's going to be a little different. Catucci Mercato, if you were there in 2019, Catucci Mercato donated an amazing dinner party with me. You were going to have wine, we're going to eat food, we were going to talk things, but because COVID happened, that didn't happen. But Catucci Mercato didn't skip a beat, and so we're bringing that dinner party to you virtually. You've got an amazing box of goodies. There's going to be lots of food, lots of drinks. And again, we're going to be raising money for Chatham-Kent Health Alliance Foundation. So before we get the evening started, it's going to be time for a virtual happy hour. So check your box of goodies. There's some local beer. Sit back and have a great time.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Harvest Moon Virtual Happy Hour. My name is Danny Vervates, and I'm one of the co-owners at Red Barn Brewing here in Blenheim, Ontario. In this box this evening, you'll find our Harwich Moon. So this is one of our Farm 4 beers. It's one of our originals recipes that we made. It is a delicious chocolate porter. We loaded it up with cacao nibs. There's some lactose in there. It's a really nice dessert beer. We are a family-run brewery in our first year operation. We are trying to be a collaborative project. We invite the community to come to our location to be like a community hub. We collaborate with local artists, local vendors, suppliers to make this project as a whole. Before we head into the special guest Q&A, I just want to take a moment to say how thankful we are at Red Barn Brewing Company to be a part of this exclusive event and to be partnering with the Chatham-Kent Health Alliance Foundation. I'd now like to send you over to Scott Vandersloot from Balmo Builders to introduce our happy hour guest of honor. Scott, how's the beer tasting?
This Red Barn beer is amazing. I hope you're all enjoying it as well. Good evening. My name is Scott Vandersloot, president of Balmo Builders, and it is my pleasure to be here tonight on behalf of our company. We are proud to be sponsoring the Harvest Moon virtual dinner party experience happy hour featuring our guest of honor. I am delighted to introduce TJ Brodie, star defenseman of the Toronto Maple Leafs. TJ's love of hockey was born right here in Chatham-Kent and has taken him far and wide with his successful career in the NHL, from the Calgary Flames to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Brodie's love for his hometown has always shined through. So when the chance came for him to support the Chatham-Kent Health Alliance Foundation, it was a no-brainer for TJ. Tonight, we'll get to know him a little bit better as CKSY morning host Chris McLeod goes one-on-one with TJ for a candid Q&A. So grab your Red Barn beer and get ready to hear from our local hockey favorite. But first, over to Chris McLeod.
Thank you very much, Scott, and your company, Balmo Builders, for sponsoring this portion of our evening. TJ, we are thrilled to have you joining us here tonight and get you in the hot seat. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know what's worse, Toronto media or this.
I think that's a pretty easy one.
All right, well, let's get started. TJ, from Chatham-Kent, growing up, who were your inspirations as you were coming up through the system?
Yeah, definitely my dad was a big one. He played hockey, so growing up with him coaching, hearing all the stories about him, and then I was a big Wings fan growing up. I like to watch Yzerman, Lindstrom, and just admired the way that they played the game and the guys they were on and off the ice.
Good guys to look up to for sure. Now, if the NHL didn't work, for a lot of guys it doesn't work, but if the NHL didn't work for TJ Brodie, what would you be doing?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, I'm sure I would have figured something out. You know, there's always farming, that family business, so you know, that could have been an option.
You've got some youngsters watching right now who look up to TJ Brodie and they say, man, I want to be like that someday. I want to play in the NHL. What do you say to those kids that are watching you every night in the blue and white?
Yeah, just enjoy the game. And, you know, it's definitely a long, hard road. And, you know, I think you just enjoy the ride. You know, being 31 now, you know, it feels like it's flown by my career so far. So, you know, I think, yeah, definitely just live in the moment.
Played in Calgary, now in Toronto. You really could have your choice of where to live. Why do you come back to Chatham-Kent in the summers and make it home?
Yeah, it is home. It always will be. My wife's from the area, and you know, family and friends was always really important growing up. You know, we were always together, so you know, it's easy to come back.
Still lots of hockey to go for you, but at this point in your career, and you look back, what's the memorable moment in your time on the ice?
Yeah, there's a couple. I would say definitely the first game. You know, I never thought there was a chance that I would play growing up, so that first game was definitely one that I'll remember. And then, you know, there's the obvious, the first goal and first playoff game. Just to see the change between the regular season and the playoffs as far as the atmosphere, you know, it was exciting.
First goal, who'd you scored against, and who was in net?
Ooh, I don't know who was playing that night. It was against Minnesota,
nice.
And you know, it was a typical ugly. I actually was trying to pass the puck and it ended up going in. But
we got to work on that story. Just say it was a clapper from the point and it went top corner. Like nobody's ever going to look at that. Game day routine. What is your routine? How do you start your day right up to puck drop?
Yeah, it's all based around what time the game's at. If it's at 7 o'clock, I'll wake up, head to the rink. If we're at home, we skate at 10:30. If we're on the road, it's 11:30. So I usually try to get there 2 hours before, have breakfast, stretch. If I need to get work done, get that done. Skate, get off the ice, go eat pregame meal, and then head home or go to the hotel, lay down for a couple hours, and then head to the rink 3 hours before the game and get ready at the rink.
I wanted to ask about the nap. You have 2 children now. Is that nap still part of that schedule?
Oh yeah.
Does it?
Yeah. It's
You're on the same schedule now.
I've been on the same schedule since I was 15, so I think it'd be hard to change now. But yeah, I think maybe the amount of time is gone down.
Oh, yeah.
I try to, you know, get some family time in, but you know, it's definitely big.
We're talking food tonight. What is your pregame meal? So let's go game days. Pregame meal for game days, and if it's out of the season, off season, what are you eating pregame first of all?
Pregame, it's usually just chicken pasta, maybe a salad or some veggies mixed in there. Yeah.
So off season Friday night. What's TJ Brodie having for dinner?
Ooh, depends if I planned anything. Yeah, I like to barbecue, and I got a smoker that'll use from time to time. You know, I'm pretty flexible. I'll eat anything. Pizza, doesn't matter to me.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Beer or wine? Or liquor? Beer, wine, or liquor?
Beer and wine.
Beer and wine.
Yeah.
So one at each end.
No, just you know, summertime. It's nice to have a cold beer when it's nice and warm out, and you know, just at nighttime, it's I don't mind having a glass just to relax.
All right, another tough one. What is your favorite kind of music, and why is it everything that plays on CKSY?
I do like a little bit of everything. I guess I'm probably a bigger country fan than anything else, but yeah, I'll listen to rap or rock, alternative.
Is there a go-to to get you amped up warm-up song? Is there something you're listening to on the headphones specifically, or is it just everything?
No, it's whatever the guys put on in the room. I don't really even pay attention to what songs are on, so.
And we need to work CKSY into that mix somehow. What do you do in your spare time? You're not at the rink off-season time. What are you doing?
A lot of family time, especially the off season. Yeah, we go boating. I'll try to get out golfing once a week if I can, and in the summer we try to catch up with family and friends, and just relax.
2 children now, your wife Amber and yourself. How has that changed the way you approach hockey and life overall?
Yeah, I think it puts hockey into perspective. That it's just a game, just a job. There's more important things, and raising kids is definitely one of them. You want to be there and do as best you can for them to make sure that they have a good childhood and grow up the right way.
Fellow defenseman for the Maple Leafs, Morgan Riley, made a comment last year to the media that you're talking about Chatham-Kent all the time. I'm sure you haven't heard the end of this. So you talk about Chatham-Kent all the time, and he said he could probably be the mayor of Chatham-Kent. And I had breakfast with the mayor this morning, and he said, ask him about that. What are you saying about Chatham-Kent to these guys, and is politics in your future?
Oh, politics is definitely not in my future. No, I just, there's a lot of guys from Toronto on the team and stuff, and I just, always chirp them about Chatham being better and just how it's a better city than Toronto.
That's awesome. And the next question, I bleed blue. When are we getting that Stanley Cup? When is that happening?
I don't know, hopefully this year. Obviously it'd definitely be nice to win one, and it's one of those things that I thought we had a chance last year. Things didn't go the right way, but next year.
You're a quiet guy. You're a soft-spoken guy. Toronto is the center of the hockey universe. Some would argue that. How do you deal with that? Because I never expected you to sign in Toronto because you're such a quiet guy, but the media can be hard at times. How do you deal with that on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, I mean, I talk to them when they want me to talk to them, and I try to stay to myself the rest of the time. I think not paying attention to it, not going on social media, not going on Twitter, not reading articles is probably the best way. Just go out, play, concentrate on what you can control, and let the rest just go.
All right, TJ, well, you handle these questions all right, so you can handle just about anything else. TJ, thanks for supporting the foundation. Thanks to Bama Builders for supporting this part of the show as well. I want to send it back to John and Chef Laura now.
Up next, we're going to Cooper's Hawk Vineyards for an exclusive sommelier-led wine and cheese pairing. Then you're going to come back here for our main feature. I can't wait to be cooking with you. It's going to be a great time. Enjoy.
Yes, thank you, John. You have entered wine country. My name is Barb DeJohn, and I am the Certified Master Taster here at Cooper's Hawk Vineyards. Cooper's Hawk Vineyards is a beautiful, beautiful winery. It's an estate-grown winery here with its own vineyard. We are located on Isler Road, just outside of Harrow. Just to hop and skip from you Chatham people. We are just thrilled to be working yet again with the Chatham-Kent Health Alliance Foundation. We're just so thrilled to help in any way we can to help build funds for all of the needs that are met at the foundation, the highest quality of care and equipment that are necessary to help everyone there. We're just thrilled to be together. If we can help the community in any way, why not help it with wine? So that's what we're going to do today. My job here at the winery is, of course, I do all food and wine pairings, and I also do all sorts of wine education for our guests, for our staff, and for anyone who's interested. So I thought a very fun way to start our evening tonight would be a crash course in a wine tasting. So at this point, everybody has their kits and their boxes, and I'm sure in front of them. You've got hopefully a wine glass of your own. No, you have a wine glass in your kit as well, and our wine. We're going to talk about the wine in just a little bit, but for now, I'd like everyone to pour some wine in their glass. And I'll give everybody a moment. I'm assuming everybody probably has done this already, but just in case you haven't, we'll give you a second. And we're going to start. So I call this, it's a fun little 4 F's of wine tasting. 4 S's of wine tasting, that is. The first one is to see the wine. We're going to pour the wine in the glass and we're going to look at it. It's a little bit different with white and red, but because there's red in your package today, we're going to do it with a red tasting today. So let's have a look. We're going to look at the wine. Your first objective here is to see, is it free of particles? Does it look healthy? How does it look to you? So far we know that it's healthy wine because there's no particles in here. It looks beautiful. We're also looking at color concentration. There is so much you can learn about a wine without ever even tasting it. So going through these 4 steps is really quite exciting, especially for the wine geek like myself. So hopefully some good geeks are out there as well. If the wine is bright purple, this is an indication of youthfulness. This is a brand new wine that's quite young. The darker in color you go down the scale of reds, that's going to imply age. So this is not bright purple by any means. We are getting darker here. So it's going to tell us there's some age on this wine. When you get a wine that gets into a dark tawny or a brick red, that is a very aged wine. This one is a 2017, by the way, so you can just see it's not bright, but it's getting there. It's getting a little bit of brickish color, so some age is happening. Also, if you want to look in your glass, if you look down into your glass, there is a round, clear ring around the outside. That is an indication of alcohol. That's called your watery meniscus. So that's going to tell you, oh, there might be some high alcohol on here. So far, just by looking at our wine, we know that it's healthy, free of any kind of particles, any kind of debris. We know it's got some age on it. And look at that. There's some clear ring around there. There's going to be some alcohol on this wine. We know this already just by looking. Next, we're going to do the swirl. Our next S is swirl. So get practicing, get really good at it. The more you swirl, the more air that you put into the glass, the better. You're providing surface area on the wine, so the more air touches the wine, the more it opens up. Because of course it's trapped in this bottle, so it wants to open up and get some air in there and get the aromas coming to the surface. So if you see people swirling their glass, it's not a sign of pretension. It's something you should be doing and opening up your wine. From this, after you swirl, pick up your glass and you're going to look for something we call legs or tears. So here, all the way down the glass, you can see all these lines down the glass. This is also an indication of alcohol. Fast legs, like you can see, these are coming down a little bit quicker. That's telling us that the alcohol is higher in the glass. If you have slow, fat, drippy legs that are taking their time, that's telling you that the wine is going to have higher sugar and less alcohol. So here, this is telling us now, oh, it's got some higher alcohol. So that's what we've learned from the swirl and also opening it up. Your next one is going to be to sniff. Your next S is sniffing. So you can provide a little bit more area here if you tip the glass and just get right in there. You are getting right in there. Smell, smell, smell. You're picking up all kinds of notes. You're looking for things like, again, always we're looking for health when we're going to do any of these steps or stages with wine. Health is telling us you're looking for fruit, for sure fruit first. Then at that point, are you going to look for notes of toastiness or oak is what we're looking for, that kind of idea, to see if maybe this has spent some time in oak or if maybe it was done in a stainless steel tank. So again, we're going to get more detailed in a moment with this particular wine. Right now, it's just a bit of a lesson. So you're looking for notes of this type. You're also smelling for, is the fruit that you're smelling fresh fruit or is it dried fruit? This will be an indication too if there was some oak involved or how old the wine is. Your next S is sip. Now this is going to be very dorky, but when you are in wine world, in wine country, and you're going to taste wine, we taste wine olfactory. There's nothing gustatory about tasting. So when you see the pros that can taste 200 or 300 wines in a day, they're doing that because they're spitting. You're able to spit because you're tasting up here. So when you taste, we're not going to spit today, of course, but when you are going to sip it, you're going to sip, but you're going to bring in air so that you bring it all through your retronasal cavities, and we're going to taste that way. So we're going to try it like this. It's going all the way through, and you're going to taste it all the way through your retro, and that is how we taste wine. That's where you're going to pick up all kinds of things like fruit, oak, acid. You're going to pick up heat. Heat is detected on the top of your tongue. It'll be a prickly sensation. Heat equals alcohol. So again, you're going to taste how you think the alcohol is. So these are all these things that we've learned, and we've just barely sipped it. So I think that's a fun parlor trick you can take to your next party, your next meeting. People will get a kick out of everything that you can tell about a wine before ever drinking it. It's one of my party tricks. I love it. So we're going to talk about the actual wine now. So this feature is our 2017 Cab Merlot Reserve. It is probably our most popular, probably our biggest seller. It happens to be available in the LCBO as well. We have 6 wines in the LCBO. This is definitely one of them, and it retails for $18.95. This is a perfect classic steak wine. It's all about tannin. There's a quick little, if you want to know, a little trick about tannin. Some people drink red wine and they say it dries out their mouth, or it's too, this kind of feeling you get when you have a really tannic, dry red. The reason behind that is very interesting. What happens is tannin in a wine, it comes from the skins or from oak influence, from anything like that that is in the barrel or the skins. What happens is saliva is attracted to tannin. So when you take this sip of wine, your saliva is attracted to the tannins, and as you're swallowing, that's why it's taking the saliva with it, and that's why your mouth feels so dried out. And so that's just a little fun fact about why dry wine makes you feel that way. So we're going to do the notes on this wine now. So first of all, this is a blend. This is Cab Franc, Cab Sauv, and a bit of Merlot. This is a typical Bordeaux blend, really, I would say. It's a customer favorite. It has spent about 12 months in French oak. So to go on the nose, let's really, really smell it this time. So on the nose, this particular wine, there's some really dark cherry, dried cherries, dark cherries on the front. So we say on the front when you're first going to smell it. Keep smelling it. There's notes of cassis. There's notes of a really like a smoky cigar box. So you are going to pick up those 12 months of oak influence that is in this wine. So all these things together is telling me that it's going to be a smoky cherry dream. So next we're on the palate. We've tasted it already, but we'll taste it again and pay more attention to what you're tasting. You taste sweet on the tip of your tongue. You taste heat on the top of your tongue, as I said. You taste acid on the sides of your tongue. So make sure the wine touches all parts of your mouth and see what you can deduce from this sip. Do your thing in your own living rooms there. But this is awesome. This is on the palate again. It's crazy dark cherry on the front. So when I say the front, that's called your attack. When you taste wine, on the attack, mid palate and finish. So on the attack, I'm getting crazy dark fruit. In the middle, on the mid palate, when you wait a little bit, it warms up, and you're picking up beautiful warm spices. It could almost be like a clovey cinnamon thing going on for me. So that's on the mid palate, and it's finishing just beautifully. The back palate, sometimes on the back of your tongue, you're going to pick up little notes of black pepper. So this is a very well balanced wine. I'm feeling acid on the side, so that again creates balance in wine. You have to have all these factors to have a well balanced wine, especially for food pairing. This is your perfect steak pairing. As you're going to have steak later in your box. I realize you're having a filet mignon dinner tonight, I believe, and that is very exciting. But I'm supposed to talk to you about cheese. So you also have a Parmigiano Reggiano in your boxes. So when you're pairing food and wine together, there's a complement and there's contrasts. So in this particular case, I'm going to say that this red wine is a beautiful contrast to the cheese that you have. That cheese is filled with crystals and a creaminess, and it's grainy, and all these things together are going to contrast this wine. This wine is going to take away all of that graininess and the crystals from your palate. But what it's also going to do is the salt in that salty cheese is going to make this wine taste fruitier. It's going to make it taste sweeter, even though it isn't. But it's going to give you the illusion of that. So try that example while you're tasting your cheese. Wine, cheese, back to the wine. And then see how the palate, how the flavor has changed on your own palate. I'm trying to think of anything else that's exciting about this wine. It's wonderful. I love it. You're going to love it. It's going to be perfect with your meal at the end. I think that this is all there is really to say. I'm so happy to have shared this time with you. It's been a pleasure. It's just been a pleasure. I'm going to invite all of you. We are wine country. We are in your backyard. Literally, we're probably an hour from your living room couch right now. We can't wait to have you here. The fall brings beautiful weather for still sitting outside on a patio. We are about to possibly do wagon rides and campfires. We have date nights. We have many events that I create here, food and wine pairings, and we have a full restaurant here. There's so much to offer you that we would just love to have you all here. This virtual event, I was so happy to be part of a virtual event into your living rooms, because we can't do the big groups yet, but we're so happy that we feel like we're doing something exciting all together in these times, in these trying times. Again, just so happy to have been part of this today with you, and I can't wait to see you here at the winery. Be back to you, John.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you had an amazing wine and cheese pairing from Cooper's Hawk Vineyards. Now it is time to cook. I'm very hungry. I've been waiting patiently. I'm here with Chef Laura. Hi, Chef Laura.
How are you, John?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, that's great. Listen, Chef Laura is the chef here at Catucci Mercato. Back in 2019, Catucci Mercato had donated a dinner with me here at Catucci Mercato, but we couldn't do it, but we're bringing that to you virtually right now. All these ingredients that are here in front of me, you have at home. You got them in your box, your recipe box, your ingredient box, and I hope you've been looking through them because it looks amazing. This beautiful charcuterie, all the salumi, all made in-house here at Catucci Mercato. All the veggies have been donated by our farmer partners in Chatham-Kent, and it's going to be an amazing meal. Now, Chef Laura, tell me what we're making today. What's the first thing we're going to make?
The first meal, we're gonna make spaghetti with fresh tomato sauce made here in Catucci.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then basil and burrata.
And burrata is like...
It's a fresh cheese.
Yeah.
From Italy.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm sure some of you have tried burrata before, but if you cut that open, you put some olive oil and some salt on some bread, it's heaven.
Creamy
It's
inside,
heaven. Yeah.
soft. Yeah, so it's really good. I use all the time on my pasta al pomodoro.
Amazing.
Yeah,
It adds a nice creaminess to the whole pasta.
Oh,
So
yeah.
instead of using like parmigiano or anything else, you just use the burrata right
The
in the pasta?
burrata or fior di latte, fresh fior di latte, because when the pasta, it's really hot, so it's melting the cheese, and then you have all this flavor in your mouth.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
really
what do
good.
we have to do first?
Okay, we have to boil. The water is boiling.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put the pasta inside. If you can open for me, John, please. Thank you.
You're welcome.
There we go.
Okay, and you've salted the water already?
Yeah, I salt the water already. I'm just waiting when the water is boiling, and then I leave the spaghetti. Usually the dry spaghetti, you need like 12 minutes.
Okay.
But I leave 10 minutes, and then at the end I finish everything on the tomato sauce.
Okay, great. So while the pasta is cooking, we can make the sauce?
Yeah, we
Okay.
can make the sauce.
What happens first?
Olive oil.
Yeah.
And then, the shallots and garlic.
Okay.
But I take out the garlic. Usually.
Oh, you just add it for some
Yeah,
flavor?
for flavor, and then I take out.
Okay, let's do it. Why don't we move that pot back there?
Okay.
Yeah. Right there. Beautiful. There we go.
There you go.
Beautiful. Okay, I'll add some olive oil, yeah?
Olive oil.
Tell me how much.
That's it.
Okay. There you
And
go.
then shallots,
How much of the shallots?
just a little bit.
Just a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then garlic,
Look at that. And then the garlic, like you said,
The
you just
garlic.
keep the garlic in there just to get some flavor?
just for the flavor.
Okay.
And then, yeah,
How's the pasta looking? Okay?
perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is coming up to temperature now?
Now in temperature.
Yeah. Now with this tomato sauce, are you having to cook it very long, or do you like that fresh flavor? That's what you want?
I like fresh flavor, and sometimes I had basil.
Okay.
I chop the basil, and then I had the basil when everything it's on.
When the sauce is in there as well.
when the sauce.
Okay.
Yeah, everything fresh.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Okay, now this is cooking up now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now.
What do you need?
Yeah. I need. We can take out the garlic,
Okay.
and then we can add the tomato sauce.
Okay. This just goes straight in now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Just a little bit boiling water.
From the pasta water?
Yeah, from the pasta, and then we can chop the
basil? Oh, okay. I can do that.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Okay.
So,
Yeah. How much basil do you want? Like this much? Is that enough?
like
yeah?
this, and
okay.
then you have the knife.
Okay. I'm gonna do it again. We'll cook it up then.
Perfect.
Okay. There it is.
Perfect. So I just cook for like 5 minutes.
That's
really,
it.
It's really easy. It's really easy.
Very simple.
Yeah, it's simple but flavor.
That's what, I mean, I think that's the best part of Italian cuisine,
so-
right? The simplicity of it?
That's the best pasta for me. Spaghetti, pomodoro fresco,
Yeah.
burrata or fior di latte.
Yeah,
You know,
so- spaghetti, fresh tomato sauce, burrata, the best thing.
Yeah, so it's everything. If you have tomato in the garden, you can make your own tomato sauce, you know. So
Well, why would you when you can get it from Spaducci Mercato?
Yeah, so it's the same like you made home, you know.
Yeah.
You know, John.
And I wish you could, like by now, this is happening in your house. You've got the smell of the tomatoes and the shallots and the garlic filling your kitchen right now. If your mouth is not drooling, there's something wrong with you. I'm not saying there is something wrong with you. I'm just saying.
No, we can check the pasta.
Yes.
So usually, I try.
Still a little bit to
Yeah,
go?
just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So usually the last 2 minutes I cook over there in the sauce, tomato sauce.
Why do you take it out early? So you take it out al dente out of the water.
Because if you leave a lot in the water, they get too
mushy?
Yeah, too mushy, and then you have to add the flavor at the pasta. So
Okay.
if for any kind of sauce, tomato sauce, pesto, so the last 2 minutes need to be in the sauce.
So you finish the pasta in the sauce,
Yeah.
and the pasta kind of absorbs all the flavor?
Yeah, if you like Parmigiano, you can cream with the Parmigiano.
Sure.
Parmigiano, and it's the same thing when you do a risotto.
Sure.
It's the same.
Yeah, cooking it in the pan with all the flavors and everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then at the end, you finish with the cheese.
That's great.
Yeah.
Laura, how's the pasta?
The pasta, it's almost done.
Okay.
Almost ready.
You can just feel it. Eh? That's the
Yeah,
power
but
that
usually
you have.
I do like this.
Go, do it. And you still want it to happen. Do you need some time? Are you okay?
The pasta is perfect.
Pasta's perfect. You want a little bit of a bite still,
Yeah,
right? Okay.
it's perfect.
So then you go straight from the water straight into
Yeah,
the...
straight from the water inside the sauce.
Okay.
So I do like this.
And if people are doing it from home, they can strain their pasta first, though, right? They can put it in a scuda
Yeah,
pasta.
you
they
can
put it in
strain the pasta if you're more comfortable. You
Yeah.
can do like, like normal style,
Yeah.
cuisine style.
But this way, kind of still, you bring some of the starchiness
Yeah, the
of the
starch
water,
from
right?
the water. Usually I use, when I do the risotto, I use always the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cooking water. So everything gets more creamy.
So now this will finish off in the sauce for a couple of minutes now?
2 minutes, and
Okay.
then it's ready.
Great. Time to plate?
Yeah, time
Okay.
to plate. We're ready.
What do we do first?
Okay, first the burrata.
Yeah.
Under the spaghetti.
How much of this gets?
Half.
Half of it, okay.
Half
We're
on
just
the
gonna-
bottom, half on the top.
Okay, and cut it right in the middle?
Yes.
Okay, this is where you're gonna see the creaminess happen. Okay, let me do this. It's cut. Okay, and then bowl.
Bowl.
One of these down there?
One, yeah.
One. Okay. And then?
Then now we can plate with the spaghetti.
Oh, this is gonna be fancy.
Yeah.
You don't mess around. Come on. And now this, what happens now?
Now.
Oh, more sauce. Sorry. I'm just getting a little too excited because I'm hungry.
And then the burrata on top.
This next burrata on top,
Yes.
that other half. Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
And then a leaf of basil,
A leaf of fresh basil.
organic from our garden.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
olive oil on top.
why don't you go olive oil? You had to fix the basil. Always a chef. Go. Go.
That's it.
That is beautiful. Look at that. That looks too nice to eat, but I'm going to eat it.
That's the color from Italy.
Right there. That's right. Green, white, and red.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew this, but Italy won the Euro Cup in
Yeah.
soccer on my birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's amazing. They did it for me. It was a gift for me.
Yeah.
And this is a gift for you. Okay, we're going to have some pasta?
Yes.
Okay. So I love this because the burrata underneath is melting, right? From the heat of the pasta.
Now it's melt.
Okay, and then we kind of gonna go all in together.
You can do.
Just really like that.
You can just.
We mix it like that.
Yeah.
Look at that, because the burrata underneath is just mixing right. Look at that! I'm so excited. Look at that. The burrata is just mixing in. Oh, what a great idea! I usually just use burrata on bread. I've never used it.
I do sometimes the bufala. So I cut the bufala in the middle, and then I put inside the spaghetti. So
that's good. Okay, here we go. Yes.
So
come on, it's just so. I love pasta. Listen, if I don't have pasta every 2 days, I get shaky. You know what I mean? I need pasta.
Yeah, you need pasta.
You need pasta. Pasta is life. This pasta is amazing. It's beautiful al dente, cooked in this incredible fresh tomato sauce. It's sweet, it's tangy, and then the creamy burrata.
Yeah.
That's a great meal.
And the basil.
Beautiful. It's so fresh. It's so beautiful.
It's really
okay,
good.
That's a great meal. Listen, that's the pasta portion, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna have some meat. So this is a great time to mention that there's still time to bid on silent auction items. Give generously, lots of incredible items still to bid on. Huge shout out to everybody from Chatham-Kent who makes this event possible. And a huge shout out and many thanks to the amazing farmers who have donated all this incredible vegetables that we're using tonight in our meals. So thank you again. All right, the pasta was amazing.
Thank you.
But I want more food.
Okay.
Okay, tell me what the next meal is.
Okay, the next meal we have a filet mignon.
Yes.
It's a beef filet mignon. It's really, really good from Catucci Mercato. And then usually I cook with butter and then fresh herb from our garden.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's really good.
You like using filet mignon very tender?
Yeah, I do medium rare.
Okay.
I like this. And then I leave for like 2 minutes to rest. And then if you want, I slice or I leave on the,
Whole.
Yeah.
But that resting thing is very important, right?
Yeah, it's very important for the blood.
Yeah. Because if you cut into a piece of meat and you haven't let it rest, all the juices will run out.
If you cut after you cook the meat, you have a disaster on your plate. So it's all over. So
you don't want a disaster on your plate.
So
people.
usually,
it is important, right?
Yeah.
That's something that you'll have to learn. That's something I learned about cooking your meat and letting it rest. So that's the meat, and then we have this amazing vegetables. Again, all these great vegetables donated by the farmers in Chatham-Kent. So thank you very much. I remember when I was in Chatham-Kent in 2019 for the gala. I met amazing farmers, went to all these different restaurants, tried all this local cuisine, had a great time. And I'm happy that I'm here with you virtually again. Okay, so tell me what kind of vegetables do we have here today?
we have Brussels sprouts, green beans, we have color carrots, and then we have wild mushrooms.
Wild mushrooms, amazing.
Yeah, and fresh herbs.
That's all you need.
Yeah,
again,
I need salt. If you want, add some pepper. I love black pepper. Or green salt, and made always on Catucci Mercato.
Green salt?
Green salt is made with all fresh herbs.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, all fresh herbs and sale di cervia.
That's amazing.
From Italy, yeah.
That's so cool.
So peel everything, single herbs, rosemary, thyme, and then we have mint, and then lemon zest, every kind of herbs. And then at the end, you mix with sea salt.
And that's what you have here.
And then you have the green salt.
This green salt,
yeah,
but
green
full
salt,
of
give
flavor.
a flavor to, especially on the meat.
That's great.
Yeah, at the end, on top, yeah. Olive oil.
See what you learned? I didn't know these things.
You see, I learned too.
Okay, what are we doing first?
Okay, first, olive oil, butter.
Some butter. How much butter do you want in there? 2, 3, do it, 1,
Yeah,
1, 5,
2.
7.
Do 4.
4 of these. 4 pads of butter. Okay. 1.
Yeah.
Butter. Everything is better with butter. Remember that.
But no, okay, it's okay. Then we leave to melt.
Yeah, let it melt.
And after we can add the meat.
So this is we're adding. Oh no, this is for the veggies.
No, that's for the meat.
This is for the meat.
That's
Oh,
for
you're
the meat.
okay.
The
Okay.
veggie olive oil.
Okay.
Yeah.
But for the meat, you're gonna cook it in butter.
Yeah. That's French style.
Everybody wins. It's a good day.
Yeah, it's really good.
Are you having a good time? Because I'm having a good time. Okay.
So now you can add the meat.
I'm gonna add the meat. Are we seasoning the meat before we put it in?
Yeah, the meat and fresh herbs.
And all these herbs too?
Yeah, just not all,
Oh, okay.
just a little bit like this for the flavor, give flavor.
So you got some thyme and some rosemary?
Yeah,
Okay.
thyme and rosemary, and then just flavor for the butter. I'm not gonna use the butter, just to cook the meat.
Okay. And I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna wash my hands. Soap, soap. There's some soap over here. I'm sure everybody saw it. Here we go. So will you then, okay, I was gonna ask.
Yeah, usually I do like this.
So you're gonna baste the steaks.
Yeah, it's really easy.
In the butter.
It's really, yeah.
Amazing.
If you do oil, olive oil, burn.
Okay.
Really quickly, and then burn the meat.
Okay.
Olive oil. It's different when you do in the barbecue. That's, and then give the meat is gonna be really, really tender.
Okay.
Like this.
Sure, if you cooked me in butter, I'd be very tender too,
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
So will we start cooking our veggies at the same time then?
No, the
Oh,
veggie takes like, because you have to blanch first the veggie.
Okay, so you've blanched all these vegetables.
I blanched the veggie,
Okay.
and then at the end, olive oil, just a little bit salt, green salt, and then the veggie. And
that's it.
Takes
So
like
right now
2 minutes.
you've blanched the Brussels sprouts, the green beans,
The green beans and the carrots.
And the carrots, okay.
Because they're really, especially the carrots, they're really hard.
Okay, so that's the best. So at home, blanch all the vegetables.
Yeah, blanch.
Have them ready.
Yeah.
And then when you're finishing off your meal, it's going to be a quick finish.
Yeah. So you have the crunchy
Yeah.
on top. So it's gonna be crunchy and then tender inside. So.
I like this.
And then it's the same. We do the same thing. So it takes like 4 minutes one side and 4 minutes on another side.
And that'll get you to medium rare?
So usually the temperature for the meat, medium rare, it's 175 degrees.
175?
Yeah,
Okay.
175. So if you have some, but usually I do with my hand.
You've been doing this enough that you can touch the meat and you know where you are.
If it's too tender in the middle, that means it's raw.
Say that again, if it's what?
Raw.
If it's too soft in the middle, it's raw? Okay. I wish there was like a smell-o-vision happening at your house because the smell of meat cooking in butter, that's heaven. I think if heaven has a smell, it would be this smell. You know, you're just getting kind of
just
cooking up the edges?
Yeah, the edges.
And now a fillet is very tender, right?
Yeah, it's very tender.
Is it very lean as well?
It's lean and tender. That's the best part.
You like it? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, usually I like white meat too.
Yeah.
I cook the white meat, like elk sirloin, elk fillet. Yeah.
So nice.
So the meat is done.
The meat is done?
Yeah,
okay.
It's ready.
Will you take it off the heat then to let it rest?
Yeah, I just leave it just a little bit like this, and then it's gonna cook more. And then we leave on the top here to rest.
Okay, we'll rest it on the cutting board.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what do we do now?
We're gonna start to do the veggie.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave the meat like that.
Okay. What do we do with the veggies now?
Olive oil.
Olive oil. Okay, olive oil.
Okay. And then we just wait.
And are the veggies going in whole?
Yeah, we're gonna do first the Brussels sprouts, and then we can start to cut the carrots.
Okay, how do you want the carrots cut?
In a half.
In half, like down the center like that?
In the center.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, such beautiful, I love these colored carrots. Usually the carrots, I know these carrots, right? But no, there's so many different varieties of carrots too, right?
Yeah.
Again, all from all the local farmers, Chatham-Kent, thank you very much. Okay, carrots are done.
Carrots. Okay, we can add the carrots and the oil.
Okay, straight in like that?
Yeah.
Okay. This is just this.
Yeah,
I can just,
And then the Brussels sprouts.
Are we cutting these in half?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, all
Not all of them?
Just like few
Okay.
and a half.
Okay. The bigger ones.
Yeah.
Okay. That's enough Brussels sprouts?
That's enough.
Okay. That's enough. Don't do it too much. Can I put them in now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brussels sprouts. And then the green beans.
Brussels sprouts.
All green beans.
All the green beans?
All green
Okay.
beans.
Green beans.
Green salt.
Green salt. How much green salt? Just everywhere?
Just a pinch. Like this. That's
Okay.
it.
That's it. Okay.
And then we can start to cut the mushrooms.
Okay. How do you want the mushrooms cut?
Just in a half.
Just in half?
The little one you can leave.
Little ones leave?
Oh.
Okay. What kind of mushrooms are these?
We have shiitake, and then we have emaki mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all white mushrooms.
How's that? Is that enough there?
Oh,
Are we doing
just
them all?
a little bit, yeah.
Do them all? Okay. Okay. Beautiful. It's gonna be good.
And then salt.
Salt.
and
Salt. Some more of the green salt.
yeah. Just a little bit.
Okay.
Then now we can place the meat here to rest.
Meat's coming here.
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful.
So to cut the string.
Cut the string off?
Yeah.
There's string there. There is string there. There it is. Okay, string's coming off.
Okay.
I got it. It's here somewhere. It's hiding. The string is hiding. That's it. There we go. There it is. Okay. I think it's, there we go. String is off. Here we go. Excuse me. I'm just gonna grab this really quick. I'm gonna cut my fingers off. Is that what's going on? Is that what's going on? Those vegetables look so beautiful. Such amazing colors.
It's a fall color.
There's fall colors, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful fall colors. Again from our chef, beautiful fall colors. Again from our farmer friends, farmer partners in Chatham-Kent. Are we close? Is it? Siamo? Are we?
Yeah.
We're close.
Yeah, we're close.
We're close.
Abbiamo finito.
We're done.
Yeah.
We're done. I get to eat soon. Hooray!
Yay!
Okay, so how do you wanna plate this? You
Okay.
tell me. Why don't you cut the meat?
Usually I don't cut
Usually
meat.
you don't cut it.
No.
Then forget it. I'm not gonna even
Because
cut
it's a filet mignon. If they ask me, I cut it. I slice.
We're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
No. Yes? No.
Yeah,
What do you
okay,
want? Let's
we
do it.
cut it.
Why don't we cut it just so we can see
We
the
cut
color,
it.
the nice
Yeah,
color.
okay.
Okay. There we go. Time to plate?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna grab a
I'm
bowl.
ready.
There you go.
Okay, carrots. Nice color.
I love that they've caramelized a little bit too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. See?
So beautiful. Even just this, I would eat a bowl of this.
Yeah, veggie.
Sure.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna add a filet mignon on top of it,
Yeah, it's better.
beautiful.
Mushroom.
And you still want, like, you're not, you're still cooking them so they have a bite too. You want even the vegetables, you want al dente, right? You want them crunchy,
yeah,
right?
crunchy. If you're too soft, for me, I don't know. I
No,
don't
you,
like it.
you
yeah.
lose the texture, you lose
It's
a lot.
the same for the mushrooms.
Yeah.
So you have to leave the crunchy side.
I think when I was a kid, my parents cooked the crap. No, I can't say that. When I was a kid,
They used
my
to cook
parents,
a lot.
They would just cook the vegetables till they were nothing. So it was just so bland. So I didn't. There's the reason why I didn't like vegetables. It was because of my parents, because they did a bad job. But now making sure you let the vegetables play, and
Yeah.
so you can taste them, and they're still crunchy. That's important.
Yes.
Okay, let's see this. Look how tender that is. You don't even need a knife.
No, you don't need a knife.
Oh, beautiful.
We can put in here.
Nice. And you've cooked it to what temperature? Like, is this a medium rare?
Yeah, that's medium
That's
rare.
medium rare.
Yeah.
And if people want to cook it a little longer, they can at
Yeah.
home if they want
Oh,
to.
yeah, yeah.
You're cooking it medium rare. You cook it whatever way
If
you
you
want to
cook
do
too
it.
much the meat, you know, after you can't go back.
You can't go back, right?
Yeah. No.
Because it's like if you cook it too long, it's leather.
Yeah.
You're getting a really nice piece of meat. Cook it properly. That's all we're saying. We're not telling you you're doing it wrong, but you're doing it wrong.
And then green salt on top,
Green salt on top.
the meat.
Okay.
And then olive oil.
Olive oil.
Extra virgin olive oil. Yeah.
You always like finishing
at
off
the
with
end,
olive oil?
raw.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end.
Beautiful. I love that idea. I love finishing it off with like a raw olive oil.
Yeah. Give you more flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strong flavor.
I always do that with pasta now. Every time I cook pasta,
Me too.
I always finish it off with olive oil.
Always. Any kind of pasta. Sometimes on top the risotto.
Yeah. But now
Risotto.
I've never done it I've never done it with meat, so now I'm gonna have to do it with meat too.
Always. And the salt always at the end.
Yeah.
Never cook the meat when you cook the meat, never put before.
Really?
Because all the juice is coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
See what you learn? I always
Yeah.
salt it before.
Never.
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 I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah.
You don't want to say I'm doing it wrong. It's okay. Can I get in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want, we can
Finish
put
it off.
some.
Okay, yeah.
Just a touch.
Beautiful. Shall we eat?
Oh yeah, of course.
Here, I got this and this. There you go.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go here. Let me get in here. Okay. Oh, look how tender that is. Come on. I might have forgotten to take some of the rope on the string off, but it's okay. It happens.
Okay.
Okay. Salute. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh my God. It's so tender. I love it. I love how tender the inside is. But then, because you've cooked it in that butter, it gets kind of this beautiful crust on the
Yeah,
top of it, right?
the crunchy.
Beautiful textures on it. And okay, you gotta go veggies, right? You have to.
Veggie.
Excuse me. Oh. Oh, man. That is spectacular. There's nothing. That is spectacular. There is nothing like fresh veggies cooked in olive oil, so you get a little bit of crisp. They get caramelized. The sugars on the veggies caramelize, so you get crispy as well. There's still a crunch, but the mixture of the filet mignon with those veggies, that is so incredibly delicious. Thank you, Chef Laura. That was amazing.
You. Thank you so much.
The food was incredible. I'm so glad you were here to cook it for me because I wasn't going to do it. And a huge thank you to Spedici Mercato for inviting us into their kitchen so we could bring this event to you. And to Precise ParkLink for being here as our presenting sponsor. Thank you to TechSavvy for being our technology sponsor. Mark Gardot, president, who leads by giving back to his amazing community and wonderful local hospital.
I hope you've enjoyed preparing this delicious meal alongside John and Chef Laura. But before you sit down to take that first bite, please join me in welcoming Chatham's own Just Us.
All right, good evening, everyone. I hope you're enjoying your dinner. We are Just Us. My name is Courtney, and this is Mitchell. And we're going to sing some songs for you. We want to thank everyone who invited us to do this because we want to give back. And we want to say thank you to all our frontline workers that have been working so hard. So this is the least that we can do, so thank you. Oh, darling, please believe me. I'll never do you no harm. Believe me when I tell you I'll never do you no harm. gonna do a little tune by the name of Wicked Game by Chris Isaac. Go ahead. The world was on fire, no one could save me but you. It's strange what desire will make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, I don't wanna fall in love.
You know she's gonna break your heart.
No, I don't wanna fall in love.
You know she's only gonna break your heart.
With you. With you. What a wicked game to play to make me feel this way. What a wicked thing to do to make me dream of you. What a wicked thing to say. You never felt this way. What a wicked thing to do to make me dream of you. And I wanna fall in love.
No, she's only gonna break your heart.
No, I don't wanna fall in love.
You know she's only gonna break your heart.
With you. With you. The world was on fire, no one could save me but you. It's strange what desire will make foolish people do. And I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. And I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, I don't wanna fall in love.
'Cause you know she's gonna break your heart.
No, I don't wanna fall in love.
You know she's only gonna break your heart. You know she's only gonna break your heart. You know she's only gonna break your heart.
No, I nobody loves no one. All right, did you want to switch guitars?
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna have a little wardrobe change here for a second, and we're gonna sing another song.
She grew up in Indiana town, had a good-looking mama who never was around, but she grew up tall and she grew up bright with the Indiana boys on the Indiana night. down here, the age of 18. Blew the boys away, was more than they'd seen. I was introduced and we both started grooving. Said I dig it, baby, but I got to keep moving on. Keep moving on. Last dance of Mary Jane, one more time to kill the pain. I feel summer creeping in and I'm tired of this town again. Well, I don't know what I've been told. Never slow down, never grow old. Tired of screwing up, tired of going down. Proud of myself, tired of this town. Oh my, oh hell yes. Gotta put on that party dress. Buy me a drink and sing me a song. Take me as I come, cause I can't stay long. Last dance of Mary Jane, one more time to kill the pain. I feel summer creeping in and I'm tired of this town again. This pigeon's down on Market Square. She's standing in her underwear, looking down from a hotel room. Nightfall will be coming soon. Oh my, oh hell yes. Gotta put on that party dress. Don't cry when I woke up alone. I hit my last number, I walked to the road. Last dance of Mary Jane, one more time to kill the pain. And I feel summer creeping in and I'm tired of this town again.
Tom Petty for you. We're gonna keep this rolling. This is a song originally done by Fontella Bass and reimagined by Lisa Grow and performed by Just Us today. So let's do it. Rescue me, come on and take your arms, rescue me. I need your tender charms, cause I'm lonely and I'm blue. I need you and your love too. Come on, rescue me. Come on, baby, and rescue me. Come on, baby, and rescue me. Cause I need you by my side. Can't you see that I'm lonely? Rescue me, come on and take your heart. Take your love and conquer every part. Cause I'm lonely and I'm blue. I need you and your love too. Come on, rescue me. Come on, baby, and rescue me. Come on, baby, and rescue me. Cause I need you by my side. Can't you see that I'm lonely? Come on, baby, and rescue me. Come on, baby, and rescue me. Cause I need you by my side. Hey, can't you see that I'm lonely? We've all been a little lonely this year. Oh, let's sing a song by the Eagles.
I like those sparkling earrings, lady. Kiss your skin so brown. And I wanna sleep with you in the desert tonight, with a million stars I know you won't let me down, 'cause I'm already standing on the ground. And I found out a long time ago what a woman can do to your soul. Oh, but she can't take you anyway. You don't already know how to go. Get a peaceful, easy feeling. I know you won't let me down, 'cause I'm already standing on the ground. I get this feeling I may know you as a lover and a friend, but this voice keeps whispering in my ear, tells me I may never see you again. And I get peaceful, easy feeling. I know you won't let me down, 'cause I'm already standing. Yes, I'm already standing. Yes, I'm already standing on the ground.
Good song by the Eagles. Now we're gonna take it to the dark side of the moon, that is, with a little bit of Pink Floyd for you.
The lunatic is on the grass. The lunatic is on the grass, remembering games and daisy chains and laughs. Got to keep the loadies on the back. The lunatic is in the hole. The lunatics are in my hole. The paper holds the flooded faces to the floor. And every day the paper boy brings more. And if the dam breaks open many years too soon, and if there is no room upon the hill, and if your head explodes with dark forbidden screw, I'll see you on the dark side of the moon. The lunatic is in my head. The lunatic is in my head. You raised the blade, you made me change, you rearranged me till I'm sane. You lock the door, throw away the key. There's someone in my head, but it's not me. And if the band you're in starts playing different tunes, I'll see you on the dark side of the moon.
Some Pink Floyd. Now we're going to tune down a little bit, and since it's the Harvest Moon presentation, we thought that it was appropriate that we end with a special song, which is Canadian Content by Mr. Neil Young. Are you set? I'm set. I hope you're enjoying your dinner, and we want to thank everyone for watching us tonight. And if you wanted to get a hold of us by any chance, you can email me at CourtneyWellsentertainment@gmail.com. Let's go. Children sleeping, we could dream this night away. But there's a full moon rising, let's go dancing in the light. Know when music's playing, let's go out and feel the night. Because I'm still in love with you, I wanna see you dance again. Because I'm still in love with you. This harvest moon, when we were strangers, I watched you from afar. When we were lovers, I loved you with all my heart. And now it's getting late, and the moon is flying high. I wanna celebrate, see it shining in your eyes. Because I'm still in love with you, I wanna see you dance again. Because I'm still in love with you. Oh, this harvest moon, because I'm still in love with you, I wanna see you dance again. Because I'm still in love with you. Oh, this harvest moon. Thank you so much. My name is Courtney. This is Mitchell. We're just us. Thank you again.